I've been thinking about this since I've been processing it yesterday about what um, what happened with Zelensky, Trump, and Vance, and the press in the White House. And so this is a fundamental demonstration, right? Here is Zelensky, who is almost like the voice. It's just like, here is the president of the country parroting through sentiment the plead of the Democrat Party and whomever amongst the Republicans. This is incredibly fucking funny to me, right? It's just like, it's just the matter of the emotional manipulation, the emotional hostage taking scenario of, look at me as an embodiment of those being suppressed by the horrors of war, right? It's like, it's like the only thing that he can do is the same thing everybody else is doing, which is narrative projection, right? It's the narrative projection to paint the circumstances that way, right? But that's not reality at all, right? There is a problem of you thinking that we can just boss Russia around, right? Whether anybody likes it or not, nobody's strong enough to take out various countries that exist on the permanent UN Security Council. Okay? This is the permanent UN Security Council people talking, right? Whether that is whether the UN has anything to do with that or not, when one member of the Security Council is doing its own thing, it still has to contend with all the other members, because of course the UN Security Council is kind of, it's barely a confederacy. And in case you hadn't noticed, it seems like the only place they have presence is in Africa. I'm not supposed to go this way. I'm not going to the highway. Ah! Hey, what's up, Susie? So, when you are the guy asking for the money, you can't sell it the way the people that are fucking arguing to give you the money argue it, right? There's a reason why rational people didn't just give you the fucking money in the first place, right? That it wasn't a fucking good argument in the first place. It maybe would have been a good argument if politics were the other way. But everybody told you what the things that we're looking for out of your country are, right? This is this little game that is going on that very few people have control over. And so Zelensky's in there basically saying, hey, we would like to have an escalation to get what we lost back. Right? He wants, for him, it's not about peace. It's about, let's get the Ukrainian borders, including the Crimea, back to where they belong, and then we can have peace. He is there trying to grab stuff that just ain't gonna fucking happen. It just ain't gonna fucking happen. It no longer belongs to you. You lost it in war. Right? You played a game for a long fucking time. You chose to fucking ignore things for a long fucking time because you're stubborn and you wanted things a certain way, and there had to be an economic pain about it. So you pained Russia economically, and then the way the world worked came to an end, and you continued doing that. And then Russia just said, like, hey, listen, buddy, the world don't work that way anymore. The conversation has changed. There's new arguments. And they are superior arguments. Listen, whether anybody likes it or not, everything actually works that way. Nearly everything actually works that way. Hang on, this intersection decided to get weird. There we go. Alright. Everything works that way. Dictatorships work that way. Otherwise, Hitler would have nobody to talk to. What's the point? Right? He needs to say something, and then everybody claps, and then it gets done. If nobody claps, what he says doesn't get done. That's how it works. It's not. It's literally not one guy. It's everybody being embodied in one guy. That's actually what it is, right? That's why it's the time travel assassination fallacy, right? You can't go back in time, put a bullet in Hitler's head, and change the course of history. All you would have done is change the names of history, but the events still happen. Right? Because it's an aspect of a psyche that is a bit of a tulpa, right? It's a bit of an egregore, perhaps, right? It's you know, it's an idea that holds strong in its time that has come. And we often can hate that, but often that can be an unjustified hate just because you either chose not to have a good argument or you couldn't have or you couldn't accept that you ought to concede to another person's good argument because you're so hopped up in winning a thing that you will project the idea of the most evil intentions. And then the problem is that all of that makes things worse when the conspiracy triggers, because then the rules change, right? You know, for instance, there's a different way you judge Trump from 2017 to 2019. And then you judge him an entirely different way from 2020 to 2025. And now this is the new manner, because the context and the times have changed and everything. All right, what's up, Angela Baby Carson? Oh, I'm down in the States, sweetheart. I'm down in the States. The American territories, as some say. So yeah. Anyway, I just arrived at my buddy's house. I'm gonna go hang out with him and his lady friend, who he will attempt to court or something. Anyway, this is so this is my point, right? This is bringing in the absolute context of the situation, of the deal of just like broski, you can't just be a piece of shit person and then call me a piece of shit person because I don't want to help you now that I've determined that you're a piece of shit person, right? You know, because it's either his fault or the people that told him to tell the president that's fault. And either way, it brings down that power structure as it becomes a terrible problem for the ability of them to lead in this manner any further. And so they have to cut him loose, or the nation may cut whoever loose that's been part of that. Who knows? And if they don't fucking have a goddamn election, probably gonna get ugly. All right, I'll see you later.